Welcome back to Adventures in Stray Space, everybody. It's been a bit. Last session was a couple weeks ago, but now we're back on course. What happened last session was you guys wrapped up your job on Mars. After being contacted by your UGC agent, quote unquote, friend, you were told that this was a what you had stumbled upon was a form of techno cult, one as which hasn't been seen in a really long time. Normally, techno cults nowadays, sure, there are churches and stuff devoted towards transcendence and stuff like that, but no one with that much both political and monetary clout. And in fact, your agent has confided in you that they are worried that some of these agents might exist within the UGC. As part of your payment, you received a data packet, one of which contains the building blocks for the, I suppose for lack of a better word, Vulkrim genophage. It is very primitive, however, and is likely only part of what it took to do that. However, the implications of a sort of rampant mutagenic virus in the hands of, machine cultists seeking transcendence is not something that sits well with any of you. The only other thing that Agent M gave you was the coordinates for a, a warp gate from the last planetary warp, which has led you to a system where one of Victor Steele's first claims are. And there's a cluster of 3 small star systems. One of them is mostly just destroyed planets in a massive asteroid belt with a single planetary body where a research station is orbiting. You then went from there systematically in search of this planet, which you have been made aware of. Eventually, you found the planet and were attacked by drones, which didn't shoot you, but instead tried to ram you and explode. The last
That's not cool of him.
The last thing we revealed before we do the session to a close was these drones were all marked with the symbol of the Black Void.
Yo, I am 100% prepared to, fuck with the Black Void because it amuses me. By which I mean, I don't actually want to kill myself.
That's a very good point. Black Void is, you don't want to mess with them.
I'm also kind of worried that they're apparently connected to, some kind of global bioweapon thing, but you know what? That's for greater minds to think about. I'm sure it's all okay.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
And as you mentioned, there was also the idea of subterfuge or deception.
Yeah, it might not be them. It could be someone just using their emblem to keep other people.
It's very true. Hey, wouldn't you know about that, Fenris? Don't you know underworld dealing type stuff? Couldn't you see if this is like they messed up the symbol a little bit, it's not actually truly right?
I could take a closer look at it, maybe. Can we get a picture of one of these racks? Get a camera view of one of these racks so we...
I mean, we have one in the hangar.
Oh, we have one in the hangar? Let's take a look.
Yeah, we got a few in the hangar.
So what would it be to recognize this thing and see if it's legitimate? If it's a perfect copy?
Well, the thing about the Black Void is, while there's usually the symbol of the Black Void, as I recall in game, different star captains add their own little flair to it, correct? Like that one with the roses on it.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, like the one that attacked Sandra had the Black Void symbol, but with a skulls and roses.
That's a good name for a metal band too.
Skulls and roses? Gotcha.
I mean, even if it does, like, if it's fairly common, like underworld stuff, like, you know, Black Void has a bunch of captains, they've had their own symbols. See if this matches up with any of those type things. You know?
Yeah, basically it's their Jolly Roger, and then everyone adds a little twang to it. So, you can examine it, and for all intents and purposes, this does look like a Black Void, the symbol of the Black Void. However, this one is has the implantation of a very ancient earthen design. The what's this called? The Staff of Hermes.
Well, that's interesting.
Why is it interesting, guys?
The Staff of Hermes indicates medical knowledge, or, more specifically, healing. If we are dealing with a faction of the Black Void that is interested in biochemistry, this would certainly corroborate that evidence.
Yeah,
Mm,
it does sound corroboratey, yes. Maybe they're using medical stuff, like, meant to be good, and they're using it for bad shit, like poisons and all that. You know, what's that word? Like, stuff made for group inoculations.
I believe we're likely dealing with an epidemiologist, or someone who has trained in the use of plagues. Creating them,
Fun.
possibly.
I thought
Oh.
the epidermis was the skin.
Yeah, isn't like that skin stuff, isn't it?
Epidermis.
Epidemiology is
think-
the study of plagues and epidemics.
That's really worrying to have those two words so very similar. I don't want to
Yeah.
go for a doctor to be like, you know, is this rash okay? And then leave with the plague.
Yeah, it's kind of, it seems like a little bit of
It's
crapshoot.
really stupid. They should have named it differently.
A moral
Definitely.
epidemiologist studies ways to prevent and contain plagues. However, the study can apply to those who would create them, though more rarely.
Grumble.
That's still close of a word. Too close.
So then you also have to have to have a secondary backup, because studying and knowing how to spread it is one thing. How to target focus, it would have been more on immunologist and its various ways, as long as a physician and chemist, biochemistry.
Siggy nods.
let's take a look.
So, we going down to the planet or not?
What's this planet like, anyway? Can we get a scan of it?
Sure thing. Do your scan.
We did do a scan before.
That costs drones. Though we haven't had time to go through the scan data.
I'm pretty sure we did, and like you said, it's basically like a barren world with like the pink kind of atmosphere, with literally like some bases around
Yeah,
on
we-
it or something like that.
We could fucking see that from space, but the detailed scan that we got
Yeah,
was
that's
triggered the drones.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We did already do that, and I don't remember the role for it.
Well, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Let's see what it was. And save in Mander. Videos. Let me skip right to the end.
Oh wait, here it is. It might have been like I think this is it. I think this one was it. It's like it was a crit, I think. Because right after, like the next roll after that was an initiative.
All right. So I didn't reveal any specifics about it after skipping through. So yes, this is a Class M planet, but barely. It would be advised that you wear a rebreather while on the planet, while the oxygen-nitrogen mix is compatible with every single one of you. There are microfilaments in the air, which will likely cut you up if you were to breathe them too long and cause extended health problems if you did not seek specialized medical care, which, coincidentally enough, you have aboard your ship.
Hey, that's good. So, helmets and sealed suits.
Oh, no, you don't need a sealed suit, but you do need a rebreather.
At
I'm
the very
going to wear a
least.
sealed suit, yeah.
Or a breathing
Like-
mask at the very least.
Like when in episode 4, where they stepped out of the Millennium Falcon into the Space Worm's stomach, and they had those on. So,
Oh, I thought it said a seal suit for a second there.
Seal Suit 7.
Yeah, I just imagine a big old fatty what's it called fatty
Big Daddy?
onesie suit.
Oh,
No, a fatty onesie suit that they dress like a seal. Kigurumi, that was the name of it.
Kigurumi.
Yeah. Or those big orca sleeping bags or shark sleeping bags.
All right. It will. I believe that last time you guys took the reverse trajectory for these guys and found where they launched from. So rather than going through all that again, you know where they launched from. What do?
Give me the coordinates of where their launch site is and charge the railguns. We're gonna fucking take them out from orbit.
Battery guns.
That
We have a battery of railguns.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that would honestly probably be the best solution if we're dealing with a horrible
PPP?
plague monster. And it's
I mean,
probably
we-
horribly illegal to orbitally bombard planets, but fuck them.
I mean, we
And I
could
just
do
started
that,
blasting.
but wouldn't that destroy like all the data and everything else down there?
I mean, yes.
You know, the data we kind of came to find.
I suppose we should try and steal that first.
I love the Crusader mentality too. It's very 40k. I approve.
I mean, I'm fine with not getting the data. I think it's kind of important to steering, isn't it?
It'd be nice to know where to go from here instead of just nuke our one and only lead and then have to live in mystery for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, that's why we do it after.
Well, if it's important to Siduri, then it's important to me. We should go down.
Yeah, let's head down. Let's find a place to land. Let's go in low so we can try and avoid some detection.
Flying low? I can do that.
And I think we can try and scramble their sensors as well. Stay, mask our presence from them with some kind of computer. I believe it's a computer roll.
It is what it is. Yes. Can try.
Can you scramble someone's sensors if you can't target where they're transmitting?
Well-
Probably not.
Let me look in the computer section of this book, and we'll find out real quick.
I was also asking the guy who wrote it.
I mean, the guy who wrote it doesn't exactly know everything like off the top of his head.
I appreciate someone acknowledging that. Thank you.
Let's see.
I just assumed you had an eidetic memory.
No,
That's not the right
no, I
section.
can't remember what I had for breakfast.
Let's see here.
Was it
What's
chicken fried
the
steak and eggs?
Oh, no, I can't stand chicken fried anything.
Are
My
you actually
breakfast
from the
was
south?
Coffee.
My diet would not indicate that, no.
I would say no, since we have to
well, there's
actually know like what we're trying to
the sensor
override.
blind. Let's see, against ambulance.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
don't, if you
target
can't see
craft,
your
I
target, you
guess.
can't really target them.
Yeah.
However, there
Alright.
are techniques you could use to try to minimize your footprint as you approach, but that's more of a man, this guy really knows some maneuvers roll, not a beep boop.
Piloting thing then.
Yes.
It's like it's on you, I guess.
Unless, of course, you guys had a cloaking device, which do exist, and I guess you could eventually
We do
get.
not have.
We don't,
I'm
but
working on making one. Don't worry.
could I assist the piloting role by like trying to mask our, or at least reduce our engine signatures, stuff like that?
So what you're saying is you're going to try to dump as much excess heat as you can into the heat sink.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might
Makes
get a
sense.
little toasty in here.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's always toasty in here. I'm very hot, don't you know?
Ha 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 ha.
All right. So it sounds like a piloting roll needs to be made.
I do those. I know how to do those. What am I doing?
You sure?
Fancy maneuvers.
Yeah, I
You're
can do
trying
that.
to you're trying to go low and do the Will Smith thing in the canyons in Independence Day to avoid detection by lidar, or at the very
You
least
had
confuse
advantage,
it.
so roll that d20 again.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. we're
17.
24.
Nice. 24. Okay. 24 is definitely enough for that. You both are confident that if it's not going to completely take you off the scanners, but they're definitely not going to be able to target your exact location. Even if they tried carpet bombardment, there's no way that it's infinitesimally small that they'd actually hit you.
So they may know someone's coming, but they won't be able to see where we're coming at.
Exactly. The most they know is a cardinal direction. So, you guys manage to dodge, dip, dup, dodge, and weave. And you approach a row of very squat buildings that honestly would be indecipherable from the rock around it if it weren't for your more advanced starship sensors. You're able to touch down within a stone's throw of the base. You notice that at first your hearts jump into your throats as you realize that there are a line of AA guns. However, they are all depowered and down.
I guess they didn't see us coming.
Heavy
Yes.
ordnance.
I
Quick,
guess
we
not.
should take out their guns while we have the chance.
Hold a moment.
Let's not
If-
like just randomly fucking shoot things. It seems like a bad idea.
If their guns are
Yeah.
depowered, even if they did not know our location, surely they would have their defenses active in case.
Yeah,
There may be more to this than meets the eye.
perhaps it's an abandoned place. Or they all die from plague.
Then they would be abandoned if they're all dead.
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah. Or maybe they're more those like robo-techno zombies. Because I mean, that symbol was on the cross, wasn't it?
Was the techno? No, it wasn't. No, it's just a black point.
The Technocult's symbol is in fact on the building block of the Genophage.
Do we see any of that symbol on this base when we're flying close?
On the outside of the building, no. There is a symbol on the great double doors if you wish to point your camera toward.
Yeah.
There is the symbol of an angel holding a torch that has been placed upside down.
Okay then.
They put it upside down with a bunch of fucking dinguses.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
Uh,
Nah.
Can I roll
Any-
history to try and find out if that means anything?
I guess I would let Fenris do it, but any humid or part humid could attempt this as well. So I believe that only means Fenris could attempt as well. That's about it.
So only Fenris or only Fenris as well?
Fenris as well as everyone's favorite work bot.
Alright, well, that
What-
sounds like
what-
assisting me.
Sure. What am I assisting? I'm
No.
sorry, I'm vaguely
me.
zoning in and out.
No, that's fine.
History check on the symbols on the building.
Oh, okay.
22.
Nice.
This is a symbol very commonly known as the Angel of Death Victorious. And as you look at the symbol and then look at the door, you realize that while you expect most symbology like this to be like carved in if it was someone's, their, not their motto, their symbol, their, like the umbrella cord logo. It appears instead to have been tagged on the outside of the building, maybe as a warning.
What, like?
I do not believe this symbol was placed here by the people that operate this facility.
Angel of Death Victorious?
Moreover, I am beginning to suspect that the people who operate this facility are no longer here. Or no longer
More
alive.
abandoned stuff, huh?
Was it now? Is it as abandoned as the last place we visited?
Well, let's be careful. It could also be empty,
Yeah,
not because it was abandoned, because some kind of, horrible sickness got out and everyone died.
Better make sure those advanced medical facilities were up and running.
that's why we wear the
them all-
back suits.
Get them all warmed up. Just in case.
Yep, that too. Why is it every time that there's like some sort of like biological research place, it's always been a case of this place has got no security whatsoever and the actual diseases have gone out and they've killed everyone inside?
Because hubris is the most common of sins.
I mean, I guess, but you'd think after like the first 15 times people would actually put security systems in place.
Automated defenses are expensive.
So what do?
Let's find a place to land and get going. There's only so much we can find out from out here.
All right. So, you file your way out of your starship and up to the doors. What do?
Are these doors powered at all? Does there seem like there's power?
There seems to be rudimentary backup power to them, even now.
Let's form up on the door.
Okay.
We should really get you, Siggy. We should get you like a big, like a big riot.
A riot shield?
Yeah.
Get her like one of those jackal shields and just have her rocket into the.
See, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just hold up a big spiked tower shield, activate the jet booster.
Pew!
I would be honored to defend all of you with my life.
No, not your life. Just defend.
Okay. So, you go up and you get here a.
Is the door locked?
Door won't open.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
Is there a terminal port like somewhere along the side here, like to...
There it is.
Alright. Time to do my job. Cracks knuckles. Hooks up datapad. Let's see what I got here. And I assume computer roll.
What did Knuckles ever do to you?
You can, if you want to hack it, computers. If you want to slice into it, that would be electronics, or whatever it is used to.
Aren't those the same thing?
Those are the same thing in this
There's
game.
computer and what's the other one?
There's not
Engineering.
computers.
Engineering. There we go. So
I
you
will
can
do-
use electronics or engineering.
I will do computers, which
I
is
will
to
assist.
say, the electronics. All right, skill check, advantaged, intelligence, expertise.
I guess you could use sleight of hand if it was an actual like
And-
mechanical lock. Wow, that door didn't
That's
stand
how
a
you crit.
chance.
Here we go.
I
there we
just
are.
see darkness
It's
all around. me.
black.
I see myself.
Do you guys not have
You've
light
never
lighting
enabled
on?
our
No.
No, you've not enabled that.
dynamic lighting.
And now it won't let me edit your tokens, and I have to refresh.
Oops.
Ooh, cool.
Just assume that everyone has flashlights.
Yeah, got flashlights attached.
Can you
to-
see now, Kinathis?
Can I see? Yeah.
Have to continually update these tokens every time we go to a new place. Right? 15 sounds right. That's right. Yep.
There we are.
Sweet vision.
Aside from the
Spooky.
running lights in the building, it is completely dark.
Oh man, this
Except-
place is hella fucking haunted.
Except for a faint red glow further down this way.
Planet's haunted. Cox gun. Planet's haunted.
But things like that
No
way,
kidding.
blood spattered this way.
Yeah. How old is? Let's not go forward
Sieg.
too quick. Sieg, stop.
Sieg, stop.
Don't go too forward too quickly. Let's take a look in here first.
Remember, you don't have to rush ahead because you actually move at a reasonable pace now with your scoot shoes.
Yeah, your Scooty Puff Senior, Junior, whatever you want to call it.
As soon as the door opens, the Galoshians stick a rocket out her cooch and she goes firing off into the darkness.
Well, it looks
I
like there's
to
some
imagine it
containers.
leaves, like, sparkle rails.
I'm
Man,
gonna take a
it's,
look down this grating here. What's down here underneath this?
Beneath the grating appears to be a sort of ventilation system. That would be your first. Over time, it seems to have broken apart and corroded.
What's up with the crates here? Since like I can see some like over here next to me. Are they just
mean-
like storage crates? Or are they like medical like aligned or?
They are storage crates, yes.
Okay. Somebody want to help me crack one open, see if we can't find out like what this place has been getting?
Sure.
Careful though, there's a lot of splatter everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
That's never a good sign. Though, a lot of marks, but no bodies.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood, but no bodies. That's not a good sign.
Or something.
So what do we find, Stray? Is it just like regular storage stuff, or?
Well, what you find is a crate full of uniform. Upon the breast, each one has the marking of the same type of. You can't really make out the symbol. It's odd. It bears something in resemblance to the cultists that you've met before, but at the same time, it appears to be something. There's a certain je ne sais quoi about it that you can't put your finger on. However, across from it, there reads simply the Promethean Project.
Huh.
That's always a good thing to.
Perhaps like an offshoot of that cult, or maybe the cult's an offshoot of this one or something, or I'm not entirely sure. Symbols are close though.
Sieg, that's a good investigation. As you rummage through, you find a bunch of random trash and stuff that isn't really useful until you find a battery drained data.
Ooh.
What'd you
I
find?
will-
Maybe we can power that back up.
Yeah,
I've got
I will
universal ba-
pick it up, and I'm going to attach it to my little alien battery pack.
I've got universal batteries for that kind of thing.
But I want to.
I mean, is it even compatible with the alien power pack?
I can make it.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm keeping watch out here, so
Okay.
chunk.
So, it will take several minutes for it to recharge in a state for you actually to be able to turn it back on again. These powers have been drained to their absolute last iota. In fact, Sieg, as you look at this form of datapad hasn't been in use for 2 centuries.
Nice.
Very old.
This facility is
very
quite
old.
ancient.
That's a good thing?
No.
Perhaps? No?
Anyone know
About-
when the Black Void started?
Thousands of years ago. If rumors to be believed.
About-
Thousands. Doesn't sound right at all.
Why?
What's the
We are in the midst of
Year-
the 14th planet rush. Each planet rush
Oh.
takes 200 years.
Oh, it does? Oh shit, I was totally off on the
Yeah,
scale.
Tits
takes
takes
about
place in the
200
year
years.
5,500 something.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3,000
See-
years in the future.
Oh,
I asked Savin that like
shit.
years ago.
Savin,
Yes.
you missed it. You guys messed it up. You should have had it be set in the year 6969.
You guys really. Oh fuck. You know
I
what,
mean,
you're right.
I was surprised that they didn't, but I guess I just thought that they thought that was too much on the nose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we never have revealed the actual date of the game, but
The only
yeah,
thing
we
you
calculated it out, and it's 5,500
Yeah.
something.
the
Fen's
only thing I've ever been told by word of God by Savin is it's 3,000 years in the future ish.
yeah. Fen's original test character for playing through Tits is just named 5555, so I mean that's the actual year the game is set in is 5555.
Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Hey
All
man,
right.
5 is my favorite multiplier.
So they've been around for like 2,000 years or something. That's a long time for a pirate group.
No, I
And
mean,
so-
they're no ordinary pirate group. They're basically like the king of pirates, kind of.
The galaxy
not
is
a group.
immeasurably vast.
That's not a group, that's an organization.
Still, for an organization to be.
I
to have
mean,
lasted that
that's
long.
I mean, it's not too out there. We do that in real life. Organizations just take up the name of organizations that died before. So maybe the Black Void got purged at one point, and then 100 years later, they were like, "Hey, gang's back together."
I mean, how long has
Possibly.
the Yakuza been around?
The Yakuza has been around since the 1700s.
Yeah.
The Italian Mafia has been around since 1500 BC.
Yeah, see, exactly.
All right, fair enough.
So it will power on with a happy blip, and you will see the Staff of Hermes in a circle, and outside the circle are 3 other circles connected by prongs.
Oh boy, it's the symbol again.
It is not the exact same symbol. Rather than the 3 circles being within and all connected by prongs, these are without connected by prongs. And you've never seen the Staff of Hermes associated with whatever the machine cult is. Now you see the bright words, the Promethean Project, and an old-fashioned sign-in.
I'm guessing there isn't a sticky note under a desk with a login.
If there was, the sticky note would have deteriorated 100 years ago.
Yeah,
Can I try and crack it?
maybe.
But of course.
Alright, Lyra, would you mind assisting me?
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Mall's a bit old, but there should be some old, stuff that still works for that type of thing.
Yeah. Actually, wait, aren't you the one who's expertise in electronics?
I sure am.
Okay, you should probably roll then, I'll assist you.
Okay. Yeah, sure, let's see if my brain can, rack up some of the old stuff for this type of thing. I think we had us
Get the
break some...
keyboard and wireless keyboard out and everything.
Yeah, I think the college had me, like, break some of these for, like, an old class or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, yeah, probably did. Definitely did.
Nice.
All right. You are able to crack into the keypad, and this appears to be someone's personal data pad. It's less scientific. There are apps that you guys haven't even you've heard of them, but they've evolved into something else. Some apps that don't even exist anymore, and this appears to be someone's diary. And but I don't get it.
Alright, what they got for us? What they saying? What they write about?
All right. So, would you like to go through the journal then?
Yeah.
So,
Of course we...
What's
you
their
go
most
to
recent
Just-
entry?
the most recent one.
Yesterday.
Yeah, what's the most recent entry?
Liberate tutem ex imperis.
Oh no!
The most
We're getting the fuck out of here.
We don't need eyes where we're going.
the most recent entry, you see a woman. She appears to be half human, half Ausar. And she looks very frantic, and it appears she's been crying. She weeps into the projector. I've locked the doors, but they'll find me eventually. Why are they doing this? We were only here to help. And then it cuts out, and a lance of energy burns her skull off.
Grody. Can I go through a few of the earlier entries and see what they're actually like studying or whatever? She made note of that.
Sure thing. I am so very excited to be part of this project. To create universal vaccines for everyone is part of the reason I became a scientist in the first. I'm so excited that I got drafted right out of school. To think that I would already have a job lined up so quick after graduating from Earth's Polytechnic University.
Okay. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, I guess they were trying to do here.
So you guys can spend however long. There are years worth of data entries in here, but we're just going to assume that you pick all the ones that say like amazing discovery and scientific marvel with like 15 exclamation.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna go over like, failed, blah, 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 blah.
Or
Yeah, but those are important because, but we can also do this. There is a goddamn bot here who can read this shit.
Yes. Let us all together read the relevant journal entries, and I will plug the rest into my memory banks. It's like listening to an audiobook, but at the speed of light.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Don't want to stay in one room in this place for too long.
This woman appears to have been incredibly excited, and from what you're able to glean, the Promethean Project was a multi-species organization dedicated to eradicating every single disease known to man. And they were legendary in some scientific circles, but there are some diseases that even this day and age that will get past most most nanomachine autoimmune nanobots, which either require extensive upgrades to overcome or biological mutation. They were hoping to find a universal way to get rid of standard species like SSTDs and stuff like that, or the more virulent ones that have been
Virulent.
engineered, whatever, that have been engineered. Their hope was perhaps to even create the perfect counter to weaponized viruses, such as the ones that affected specific races in the past, nearly wiped out several that they came in contact with. The only thing of note is that she says that the message just before the one where she's killed is she reports in a slightly worried tone that she saw a group of people in stark black, all covered uniforms, escorting a man who talked to the director, and the director looked visibly shaken afterwards.
That's good to know. What say we look further into this facility?
Oh yeah, that sounds super great and good for us.
Let's go. So about that, obliterating the site from orbit idea.
I mean, after we take any data we can from here. I imagine Stray will want to either want to pull the trigger.
Siduri.
Yes.
Let's keep together. We don't know what can be here.
I
We'd
think
rather
this is
not.
gonna lead.
Savin, where are you
Leads
going?
back to the main. Where'd Savin go? What?
He went around the other hallway.
That's fine. I think that one just leads back to the main corridor.
It does not.
I mean
It
the
does
other
not.
one.
Is this a generator right here?
This appears to have once been a generator, yes.
I probably don't have any fuel that would really work for it anyway. Oh no. I did see barrels in that other room. Yeah, it's probably all evaporated by now.
A properly sealed barrel can last a few hundred years
I mean, it
Well,
in
won't
a
be any use
non-corrosive
to us.
environment.
I mean, it might be if we could get the generator working and get like full power back to the base and see what's going on.
A terminal.
A rather ancient design, but still functional.
Oh.
Ooh. Old school.
I will attempt to interface.
Cool, you interface, and then you die.
Nice.
So, this appears to be the terminal that connects to a majority of the building. It's all very rote and standard, except for one where it says section locked.
Does it say why that section's locked?
By order of error.
Of course, it wouldn't be that easy.
Did everybody go?
We went up this way. Where are
Hang
you
on.
at?
I'll
I
grab
don't
you.
know
see-
what this way is.
All right. Do you see
Yeah.
Jamina?
Okay,
We
cool.
went straight up from there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm making
Yeah.
sure to keep a checkout. I'm a little bit tougher than most there, so in case of a Surprise smack, I can take it.
Does the section that happens to be locked be the way that Siduri, not Siduri, that gun pony is going?
What?
Well, it's to the south.
To the
Well,
south.
we haven't
Okay.
explored that way yet.
If you want, Sieg, you could download the base layout to your brain.
I will download everything on here. Also, I
Okay.
guess I should probably try and crack that security seal. Seems like a thing to
Sure.
do.
Beep boop bop it. Nope. All right,
Roger,
you.
assisted.
I can't. I'm interfacing directly with it.
Do I need
You're
to pull out
gonna-
the VR goggles and go through your head again?
You're gonna need to sit down for a little bit and collect your thoughts. Visions of dicks are dancing in your head.
Goetians, please do not enter my cranial region. Thank you.
Squid squad, squid squatch.
Is
So
he's
what's in
gonna
here?
do the little dog shake it off. Huh. Security on these files is extremely tight.
You like the word tight.
Ha! That was probably the only tight thing in you at the moment.
Factually
Okay.
accurate.
What are you talking about? She can be as tight as she wants whenever she wants. That's the beauty of
Yeah,
droids.
it's
Yeah,
a
but
little
that's-
sap you're at.
But that's the tightest.
Fair.
Something in the storage room.
Yeah, looks like one.
Okay, do not go southward then. If you know that the area that it deals with is in the south, don't go south. Check everything else before we go to the place that
There's
they
another corridor
specifically
here.
want that.
Let's check it out.
Mind the open barrels, please. I will do a little rocket jump over.
I will just cautiously go around them.
Many barrels.
Yeah, it's a lot of barrels. Pretty big barrels, too.
And they all seem to be seeping a strange type of red-pink liquid.
It's the ooze.
Who the hell's calling me? Hang on, I need to take this.
So bets on that being mutagen? My bet's on it being some sort of mutagen.
Could be. We could take a sample back to the ship's medical facility. Have it.
Tassa was calling me. I thought it might have been an emergency. He doesn't do that. Turns
What?
out it wasn't. He just wanted to call me and talk to me. It was just like, I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, that's sweet though.
I'll call him back after we're done.
What's up with the glowy shit?
This appears to be a locked blast door, and in front of it, a crimson hollow projector that lines the entire thing. It says locked.
Where's Scout? Is she down this way?
Where
Where's she
did you
gone?
go?
Where'd she go?
All the way to the south.
Of course, the direction we all agreed not to go.
Wait.
Oi,
I don't
Don't
even
go
know
s-
where she is.
Oh
Don't
my
go
god.
south.
I'm like
Stop,
literally
everyone
just-
stop. She's
God,
literally right over here. She just went
I,
down.
Oh, okay,
She just
you
went down from where you were.
Oh,
Okay.
you know,
Uh,
I saw the glowy ass door and went, oh look, a door. What does it say? Hello guys, I am here.
Okay.
Okay.
And the door
Um,
kills her with laser beam.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I explode
Gonna-
like I've opened the lost ark.
I'm gonna search
Can-
this room here. Oh God.
Can I get a read on like
Oh
what this
no.
You tried to
Who's-
search the room, but then the Galatians get naughty.
can I use my scanner to get like a read on what this ooze over here is doing or what it is?
Sure. Scan that ooze.
I'm scanning the ooze. I assume you want an electronics roll for it, or what would you like for it?
Um,
Seems like science to me.
Blinded me with science.
Perfectly fine. I'm good at science too. Am I expertise in science? I don't think I am, but
No.
I will check. I am not. But I am proficient in it. Which is the next best thing. I am nerd. Tell me things.
Well, it appears to have degraded after a long exposure to air, but this used to be liquid atmosphere.
Huh.
Ah, yes, liquid atmosphere.
I was
Basically,
expecting.
you can breathe this and still be breathing, even though it's a liquid.
I was expecting mutagen, not liquid atmosphere.
Well, because liquid oxygen isn't correct.
Seems useful.
Like,
mean,
if
it
you
would
dunk
be.
your head in liquid oxygen, you just there wouldn't be enough nitrogen to keep you alive. This is an
Yeah.
oxygen-nitrogen mix.
Yeah. I'm just saying. My bet was on it being like some sort of mutagen that was seeping out.
Nope.
Well, it would be useful if it hadn't been really degraded as much as it had over like, what was it, 200 years? A lot of years. A lot of time.
Wow.
Siegwulfe is standing there moaning. You are very quickly to discover the course. While she was looking, apparently one of the Galutians decided to start playing. And then like dogs, once one starts playing, the rest do.
Yeah, you can just see Siegwulfe's chest and ass and thighs just expand and contract at random intervals.
I'm gonna give her a slap on the tit. Hey now, hey in there, cut that out.
You hear a chorus of "ah" and "boo," very muffled before the jiggling stops, if ever so.
So, to the south?
What I would like to know is that it's been here for hundreds of years. Why would they need a liquid version when they get scrubbers? Atmospheric scrubbers inside.
I would assume that all the particulate in the air is especially hard on atmospheric scrubbers. That's probably actually might be cheaper for them to have just had pumped in.
No, if
containers
they
thing.
have a sealed, like this one was, if they seal it up, that just need to clean it out once, and then it's done.
Well, I mean, they could have had tanks for like the subjects to be in, and then those would have to be filled with a liquid oxygen
Yeah.
or nitrogen, whatever,
Yeah,
so that they can breathe while
think
they're
about
in there.
Exactly. That's one of the points I'm thinking of. It's live test subjects, liquid breathing.
This was a facility to try and find vaccines for diseases, so not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, but who the hell is stupid enough to volunteer other than those infected?
I'm assuming there weren't a lot of actual volunteers.
I mean, we don't know. There might have been.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
See,
medical science, unethical experiments. Now, you said you
somewhere
found
in
a
a
store?
let's also point out the fact that we're in an abandoned jump point facility on a planet with security
Storage.
drones that are suicidal. So
this is the door.
I don't really think this is the best place to be relaxed around. Oh wait, we forgot Fenris.
I mean, we're not relaxed. We're just being cautious while investigating.
Where's Fenris?
No
I haven't moved.
Come by the glowy
secret-
door. We're going to
Oh,
see
back
about
to
the glowy door.
Okay.
Back to glowy door. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
So what is up with them?
holding Siegwulfe.
So what is up with glowy door? Is that like actually laser protected or whatever, or is it just like red lighted?
Red lighted in a bulkhead.
Okay. So before we go like there, wasn't there something else more to the east?
What sort of bulkhead is it?
A very sturdy one, not starship class, but certainly would take you a long time if you try to plasma cut your way through. Sieg
Okay.
suspects this is the one that she was trying to open on the terminal.
Okay, so this is a blast or a what's it called, a bio seal one. Blast doors are meant to be able to handle, violent impact, withstand punishment. Bio-sealed, supposed to be able to seal any potential contamination. Chemical protected, Can we make out which type it is?
I mean, this is a blast door, and it would be very difficult for you to force your way.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we can always try the terminal again. I can see about getting into it, whatnot. But there is something else down this way, I think. Or is this like a dead end down here?
I didn't bother making a map for it because when you go in here, you just find a room full of drones and a skylight, basically.
Oh, I want a drone.
Oh, drones? I can
drones.
scavenge. What can I scavenge from drones? I like the sound of this. Tell me about drones.
There's only a few left, but they're basically an old design of drones, probably 200 years old. That their weapons are depowered and they're filled with explosive.
So it's like the
three
same
left.
ones from the attack.
So we have even more explosives. Hell yeah. How many hundreds of pounds of fucking... Oh, hello, cat.
Are these like the
Any
flying
cat?
drones, or are they more like ZAM type
They're-
drones for the
I-
personal defense through here?
I told you exactly what they were. Same types of drones that attacked you.
Okay, okay.
They're huge. So they have huge explosives.
Basically
Yes.
the size of Predator drones.
Nice.
Okay.
Big boys.
Alright then. Well,
Oh,
to
yeah.
to con the thing like that, I don't want to like scramble throughout the base trying to get back to that terminal. Can I make an electronics roll to see if I can't work my way into the control panel? Not or the one thing that we found earlier.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here.
That's getting assisted on.
Am I?
Well, it's an electronics, correct?
Correct.
Or it's an engineer.
Electronics.
And let's see, Siduri was computers or electronics.
Doobly-doo. Oh, this character sheet I forgot.
Yes, piece of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Did they change the character sheet since that? Oh wait, hang on. Here we go. It's on
I
the
was
right.
gonna say there's no
computers.
way they've done anything.
Computers.
Are you proficient in electronics?
It's computers.
You only
Is it-
get engineering here, so sadly.
I assume Siki can't help me since she did like an interface with it earlier.
It's either a computer thing, not an electronics.
Siggy got her brain scrambled. She's good now. I
Yep.
don't want it.
It sounds like a regular roll. Wait, no. Expertise. It's fine. I'm good.
And the door will hiss open.
Guns out. And it's dark as shit. So go. Never mind.
So let's be extra cautious because this was a part that was sealed off for something.
Ooh, a pool. 2 pools.
Pools of what?
Oh,
What?
no.
Do, 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 do.
Sig.
Are those
Dodge.
like the same color as the ones that we saw earlier?
Yep.
Are they pools of
So-
blood?
No, they're the nitrogen oxygen.
It's a liquid
Aw.
atmosphere.
But that's really
A
weird that they
lot.
have just. Holy shit! That's a lot of it in just a pool.
You shouldn't be close to those things. There could be something in it.
How
I mean-
opaque is the fluid?
You're able to see relatively clear to the bottom. It appears the area you guys are in, though, it has gone stagnant and bad. It smells the same as the other direction. The other barrels you found.
What do you mean smell? I'm in a vac. I can't smell stuff from outside. What's up here?
Appears to be ruined terminals.
I see more hallway.
Crew,
I
crew, crew, crew.
What? What? Where'd you go? Where you at? I don't know where you went.
South,
Down?
south.
Straight south, down like by the pool, or?
Right south.
Okay, I see you now. I'm coming down. Hoop. Hoop. There we go. Hoop. Why are you shouting, crew? What's up?
There's some pods.
Pods.
Oh, what the fuck?
Likely specimen pods.
Unlike the
Yeah.
area that you have just left, these appear to be there appears to be no degradation in the liquid, and when you guys stare at a few seconds, you see a little ripple coming from these pylons to the side as it ripples across. It appears to be sealed with some sort of energy field. It appears to be a group of pods that look for all the world like tanning beds, except completely sealed.
That's kind of creepy. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Is there, I'm betting. I'm betting there's probably a terminal nearby about this kind of thing. Just gonna cover this way. Do. Just walk my way along the pool this way. Now I'm at the other side in case people are following along.
We're going along the other side.
Does anyone have active sensors? Could we find life signs?
Not me. There's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a thing.
Oh god.
What is this thing?
A data
Up in
terminal?
the top room. Yeah.
Fenris, scoot.
Data terminal, huh? Let's see if we can't work the magic on it.
Where do I fucking skate to? Okay.
Doesn't
assume it's-
look like there's any magic to be worked on it at all. It is simply labeled pod. There's a screen with labels pods 1 through 20.
Yes, but did it have anything information like what are the pods or anything like that? Like,
Is there anything alive in them?
Pod 1 through 25. All of them next to them say active, subject receptive.
Subject what?
Receptive.
receptive
Receptive.
or receptive? Okay. So before we do punching anything with that, what's along this way? It's just the other side of the pool. Okay.
Can we
Guys-
do some tracing of whom or what the pods were subjected to?
How do you mean?
Is there a history of what
Well, there is-
diseases and stuff?
Yeah. What's been happening here? Because if they're receptive, that means they're being subjected to something what are they being subjected to? What are they receptive to?
You can click on each individual pod and find out if you.
Yes, I would
Yeah,
like to
sure.
do that for pod number 1.
Yeah.
Sure. Pod number 1, the camera will switch to what appears to be I forget what a dragon woman. Her
Gravane?
pod is completely filled with the same kind of liquid atmosphere. However, you are slightly taken aback as you notice that she currently has her arms and legs spread akimbo and is being pumped in every orifice by tentacular dildongs.
Fantastic.
Can I find any medical reason for this to be happening to
Yeah.
her?
It seems a bit weird for a vaccine development place.
The only thing that it says on the side is subject receptive to compound A, administering physical stimulation, 60% complete, and mutagenic viability, 90%.
Fuck, I
And
called it.
as
It
you-
was mutagenic thing in here.
And as you look closer and she arches her back and opens her eyes, they appear to be glowing with a sort of bioluminescence. And indeed, the closer you look at her, the closer you realize that there are certain things stranger about her. For one, her extremities appear to end with a deep, robust blue and with claws rather than regular fingertips.
So, is she actually alive in there?
Very much so.
This facility's pretty old.
Gravane can live
She's been
centuries.
here.
It's very
And
true.
as
But
you-
she's
Gonna check
as
pod
you
number
click
2. Is that
through-
also a Gravane in there, or something else?
Yeah. that's
As
my
you
next
click
thought.
through, you'll go from 1 to 25. All the pods are filled, and all the pods contain a person, and some personages are races that only live naturally for about 100 years. But one thing of note that you do find interesting is that on the shoulder of one, a particularly buxom Amazonian Cathreet, there is the symbol that would indicate a first mate or lieutenant, and the same symbol you've seen before, the symbol of the Black Void with the Staff of Hermes.
We should release her first, if any.
Yeah,
I
is
I'll
there a
pull
way
up
to
more
retrieve
information
these
on her.
pods?
what she's been subjected to, how long she's been there, etc. Everything.
Yes.
Sure thing. You want to find out how long the program has been running.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
The program has been running for 71 days.
Oh. Can I find out what it was doing before that?
The information has been erased.
70
Oh shit.
days. That's about. No, wait, never mind. That's longer than 3 months. Never mind.
Two,
Just a
two
couple
and
of
a half
months.
months ago.
Alright. Can I find any other biological information about this K3? What's her mutagenic viability, etc., etc.?
Her mutagenic viability is at 42%, and she appears to be one of the least mutated out of all the people you've seen. The only mutation she seems to have is her tail is way fluffier than her twin tails are way fluffier than any Kythritz has a right.
Huh.
Is there a button to open the pod?
Safely
There-
release. It's the subject.
Well, is there
There
a way to,
is a release mechanism, and
how about a
when
way
you go
to
to
move the pod?
and when you go to press it, an error occurs. Administrative override can only be accessed by Dr. Prism.
I don't suppose that's the name of
Oh.
the data pad we found, was it?
No.
Fucking
Dr.
administrative stuff.
Prism.
Well then, see if I can't get down in there and fake my way into Dr. Prism.
I will assist.
Hey, Siduri, what you make of all this? This is sure so. Don't really think this is the best of places for any good.
Based on the reputation of the Black Void, my assumption would be that they've been capturing people, shunting them over to this research facility, and this Dr. Prism is working for them to create some kind of mutagen. And since each one seems to be a different type of mutation, I assume they're looking for some kind of perfect fit, and then they're going to apply that mutation to the base genophage that they've got going so that they can morph all people that this hits with the desired mutation.
I mean, so far though, it seems like the mutations have been make dragon claws more dragony and make fluffy tails more fluffy.
Accentuating features that they already have.
Yeah.
Emphasizing.
When you try to make your hacker attack, you get another bleep bleep. Command of the terminal has been transferred to Dr. Prism.
Oh, son of a bitch. That should
So-
have worked.
Huh. We'll have to find another way then, I suppose.
That was good. I was very confident about that too. I was doing real good on it. Oh, there's that like one middle hallway that goes straight down, isn't there? Betcha Dr. Prism or whatever's down that way.
They're still here. This place seems more or less abandoned for the most part.
Is there a manual release or any sort of manual controls on these pods?
If you go and try to take a look, you'll find that all the manual releases that would have been there have powerful electronic locks on.
Well,
This appears to be recent and top of the line.
Perhaps not entirely abandoned.
yeah, I don't think it's really abandoned.
The Void has
Still-
been here
70
recently.
years, 70 days.
They haven't done a
70
very
days
good
is
job
very
of.
recently.
Yeah, they haven't done a very good job of maintenance, I suppose.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
you don't want to make
Come on,
it look
Fenris.
like it's nice and people are here. They want it to look abandoned. That's why they have that whole entire like
Okay.
sealed off area. This was a sealed off area
Uh,
before I opened it up, so
Jamina slaps her thighs. Come on, girl. Come on, Fenris. Good girl.
I think we can just assume Fenris is following us. It's okay.
yeah.
No, Scout's not feeling well. Let's
She might have fallen
just-
asleep.
No,
well-
my token's lit. Are you not seeing the token move?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Scout, if you fall behind, don't worry about it. I'll just move your token. All right.
Yeah, you're riding
Don't worry
Jamina
about it.
now.
But,
Okay,
yeah.
so would you please arrange yourself in a marching order going this way? Because I didn't want to rotate the map.
Okay.
Kids can't stand on each other. Stop that.
Yeah. I mean,
Would you just
it's not
slam her onto some.
it's not the time to scissor, guys.
All right. So,
Oh, that's a fucking name.
Yeah, there's no dynamic
Ugh.
lighting here, by the way.
oh, there's no dynamic lighting. God damn.
No, we can see everything.
Owned.
The one time.
I would
No, it's
assume
on.
with a name like Prism, it would have been a female.
That's just
And so-
sexism talking right there.
You guys will enter this building. This appears to be much more repaired than the rest. There are caution lines on the ground around a few huge platforms with cylindrical objects on the top. You see a bed up to the north and a bunch of. And this place just whirs with energy, and also with turrets, which are tracking you. And as you take up your defensive stances at the turrets, a man rounds the corner. Ah, if it isn't my uninvited guests, welcome, welcome. I do hope you've been enjoying yourself.
Oh yeah, real nice place you got here.
I am Dr. Abraham Prism, Dreadlord of the Black.
Isn't that like a really high rank?
The highest.
But of course.
Yeah, pretty much the
So
highest.
what you're saying is, if we get this guy alive,
I doubt he's really here.
oh, that does seem unlikely. Yeah.
So, how have you enjoyed the Prometheum Den then?
Yeah, looks alright. You've been making people have fluffier tails so far, so
Oh, you've met my crew. Wonderful, wonderful. Well then, do you want to sit? Maybe have a nice cup of tea?
that'd be lovely, but I have a feeling that you're not actually really offering us that, are you?
Well, I always find it is easier to mollify my new test subjects before subjecting them to my infinite pleasures. I assure you, you'll quite enjoy.
I mean, tell me, you know what, here, tell me about what you got going on here anyway. I mean, like, what is that mutagen going on and doing?
Oh, well, since you're not leaving here in any event, that matters little. Ah, even if you left here, who would care? This is a facility very old, run by some sort of techno-babbling morons that believed in a bright, beautiful before some interested individuals took what they had for their own. Ah, the Promethean Project. What hogwash. You know, they weren't even going to put a patent on their experiment. No, just release it out into the wild.
Yeah, sounds very uncapitalistic of them. Failed opportunity on their part, really.
Oh, I suppose it matters very little in the end. Their work got absorbed by others, and, well, here we are now. Those others have slunk off into the darkness, and I have picked up where they left off. I don't suppose I could ask you to willingly step into the pods I have so graciously prepared for you off to my left.
I don't suppose I could ask you to willingly take a position for a convenient coup de grace.
I mean, you still haven't told us what that mutagenic actually does, you know? You gotta have patient confidentiality, like fully disclosed stuff, you know?
Why, I'll make you better than you were before, of course. I am the grand evolutionary of the Black Void, after all.
Still not getting what it actually does, just that's making me better, you know? Bit skeptic about that kind of stuff. You should really tell us about it.
Ah, stalling for time. Of course, that's all I have. I'd be glad to listen, and I'd be glad to tell you. Why, in your case, you would, I suspect increased strength and motor skill. Perhaps being able to leap a single building in a single bound. Amazing, truly.
So you're essentially making him, like, super powered.
Oh, the ones that we want, of course. I'm sure others will use my research for other gains, but I simply want to see evolution at its peak.
Yeah, evolution at its finest.
You've been doing this kind of thing very long, have you?
Very nearly 150 years.
That's quite a bit of time. That's quite a bit of time.
I don't suppose you had other projects in the past of note?
I am not sure what you're insinuating.
Have you been here this whole time working on your little evolution project, or have you been out about jumping from planet to planet working on precursors?
Pshaw, I only found this place, nigh on 3 months ago. I have very nearly expunged everything I wanted from it.
So this was a stepping stone for you.
Oh, just another in a long line. Yes, yes.
How long have you known about this disease, this mutagen?
Disease? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What lies
The
here
mutagen.
is mutagen. The mutagen that I have been using, I have crafted single-handedly over the course of a century.
Crafted in what way? How would you go about creating something like that?
Oh, it requires a very few building blocks here and there. You know, these are all specially modified, one for each individual. Eventually being able to create, well, my people would call them superhuman, but it seems rather racist to call it that in light of our current company.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the ancient Germans had a word, the Übermensch.
Indeed, indeed. I quite like you, robot.
Thank you. Siggy will smile.
And what mutagen were you referring to? I think we are at odds. Or at the very least, not on the same page.
I was thinking more on the lines of a racially targeting genophage.
Ah, and I can see why you would be interested in that. This place may have had something to it's had some research to do on the subject. After all, these were all healing people, of course, but I find such things bland and repulsive. I want to create superhumans, not stunt races with only one gender. Bah!
Well, I gotta tell you, you just took away some of the satisfaction I'm going to get from killing you, but I guess I'll just have to try my best to enjoy it all the same.
Ooh, do we get to fight now?
Let's not kill him, let's take him alive. You can get a bounty.
I don't believe he'll be doing any such thing.
I guess it'll depend on how easy he makes it for us. What do you say, buddy? You're done here anyway. You wanna go ahead and step into these cuffs and we'll leave this behind? Take you somewhere a little more profitable? Gastagoth, maybe?
While the revelation would be hilarious when I was in cuffs, I think it would be even more fun while we're fighting.
This guy's a scientist. I'm sure he's not that big of a...
And this is where we find out we should have exterminated the people in the pods because they are now adds to the fight.
Right? That would be awesome, but no, they're all basically mind broken.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I kind of like what he's got going on with the mutagen for people, as long as it probably has some downside to it that I don't know about yet. But I
You mean the mind breaking and also the non-consensual part?
Yeah, that part. But I mean, other than that, they're like superhuman abilities, fluffier tails, fluffier ears. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
Truly, he is the anti-villain of our time.
Man, how great would it be if I were able to just like take these turrets around us, hack them, and turn them on the dude? That sounds like a really good idea.
Sounds like a Deus Ex idea.
I mean, that is something you can do. You can even do that in tits.
Yeah.
Can
I'm
you do
not
that on
going
all
to
the
stop you.
turrets? Like the ones in the TAM fight?
No, the ones in the TAM fight, you just the way to do that is you just keep throwing EMP grenades and then shooting them, then you never take damage.
Hmm.
But in any fight that allows you any setup, you can just hack the turrets beforehand, like the ones on the Stellar Tether.
Yeah, there's a whole turret fight the tech specialist can just avoid entirely.
I guess I've never run a tech specialist before. Bounty hunters are too cool.
Tech specialists are like the best class, really.
It's funny,
Siduri.
they alternate between being the best and the worst. It just depends on the day.
Alright, well, he's made it quite clear what he's planning on doing here, so I'm going to go ahead and crack off a shot.
You miss.
Alright, and I'm going to, let's see, is this stairwell?
Yep, it's about 10 feet up. There's a turret.
Alright, well, I'm going to crouch down by the edge of the stairwell, out of the line of sight of the turret.
Okay, let me put a thing on you so I know not to target you with that turret. Because the turret can't depress them.
Yeah, there's the stealth. There you go.
Neato. This turret. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't see you. Fenris. And let me bring up the turret stats.
Is this a depression or a pillar?
Oh, cheer up.
These things right here?
Yes.
What these things are a slightly raised platform with a large barrel in the center, completely sealed. It could still snake past it. It has 2 guns.
Yeah, it can. There's also a slight chance he'll puncture that drum.
So, you took your turn, Fenris. You took your damage, Fenris. So, Lyra, your
It me. It time to take control of the turret. I'm a remote
assuming direct control.
assuming direct control of this one up here. I'm gonna make a computer roll for it. Skill check, regular, intelligence, pro expertise. 16. That enough to take control of it?
16 is not enough.
Ah, damn. In that case, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take cover near this like a kind of raised pillar. Cause that seems like a good idea. Let's see here. Sam's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's gonna take a shot at the Dreadlord.
Cool.
Regular roll. It doesn't hit. I assume I can't take a shot since I did the try and take turret control.
I believe that takes your action.
I mean, there's not an actual
me
action to
see.
do it, but I assume it takes an action.
Savin. Okay. Okay. So, what part of that page is the do? I'm gonna say if you're going to try to spend your turn hacking something, and you do hack it, then you can use that thing that you hacked in your turn, but that takes up your action.
Okay, fair enough.
Sound fair?
Yep. And then I have nothing left. I've moved, I've used my minor, and I've used my major.
Okay. Well, it seems that there's a robot who has a giant melee weapon.
Guten Tag.
Let's shoot the robot before she gets in range.
Oh. No.
I dropped an 11 for an 11.
Yeah, nice.
Now it's your turn, Sieg.
I'm gonna get in melee range.
Oh, I didn't even put his modifiers on, but because I didn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was gonna make it to like a, what is it, an 18, 16? Oh, maybe.
It was. He has +5.
Oh,
But
well then hit me.
fine.
Was
No,
it
no,
16?
no, it's fine.
No,
I already
no.
skipped. it.
No, I'm taking 6 damage. All right. Zimmity zam.
Although I think that your shield value is still set to out of 10 instead of 15.
Yes, that is very true.
Hopefully you can see this guy's health bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right.
Health bar and energy shields.
I'm gonna use a
should be
bonus
shown.
action to give myself tech armor, so +2 AC, and then I whack. Boop. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh shit!
Okay, so
Let's
roll.
go ahead and roll another
Again?
D10. All right, 15.
And with one strike, you pop his shields.
Pow.
Oh, well done, my robotic friend. Captain.
You know what? I don't like all these gun turrets around. And the odds of them powering down when he goes down is not very. So I'm gonna try and take out one of these turrets. I'm gonna try and shoot this one. One's like 5, 10, 15 feet away from me. Hey! Not bad.
$19 for 10 for the turret to the top.
Yeah. Turret right nearby, yeah.
Turret down.
Nice. Oh, I guess I can move. Well, what is this I'm standing in front of? Is it like a pillar?
No, it's not a pillar. It's slightly raised platform with a suspicious oil drum on top of it.
Completely sealed as well.
I think I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. Fenris.
Alright, how about this brick? I guess I'll get flush with this wall over here. I'm leaving my token there so I can see. But I'm still there. And I'll shoot this deck. Yeah, I did the thing. Get vitally struck too.
All right. Let me just fix his thing real quick. There we are. Now I'm his token. And he takes And as your shot hits him, it shears off a bit of his shoulder, and it leaves a bundle of wires and sparks. Oh, right into the servo harness. Ooh.
Oh, I was expecting a hologram.
Oh no, you don't get the tactile sensation with a hologram like you do with a Abraham bot.
An Abraham bot? He's a robot.
An A-bot.
Oh, he's a robot.
He's a remote controlled robot.
This one is going to shoot at Sieg.
Oh no.
Nope. That was a turret, by the way.
Pew pew.
Oh, don't worry your pretty little mind, my Siegwulfe friend. There was no intelligence in this facsimile to begin. Just a remotely controlled drone of mine. I find
Huh.
it quite fun. As I said, I'm quite done with this facility.
I
That's an
see.
interesting idea. A VR controlled.
I hope you do
like,
not mind, but when we have disposed of this spot, I will harvest it for parts to strengthen myself.
Haha! I'd expect nothing less. Jamina,
Okay. Well, I can't really hide behind fucking anything because my ass is huge. Like I'm dummy thick.
Dumbly thick.
But I can give the turret something to shoot other than you guys. So I'll do just that. Move straight up here. And be nice to meet you.
17 for 11.
I'll just take him, like, since I know he's a bot, I'm taking him down least damaging way. Just clean cut something up just to do the damage. And so that he got more to work with.
And he falls prone to the ground. Me, oh my. So energetic. This turret. Well, I guess shoot at Jamina. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
This turret doesn't exist anymore. Let me zoom out. Which turret is this one? Oh, and the only one I can see is Jamina. No. Siduri.
Or I'm gonna head out. Let's see, this turret is still up.
It is indeed.
Okay.
Oh, right, I mentioned quickly what I see here in case I see a terminal or something.
There are 2 terminals and a form of. There appears to be a large. Almost looks like an oxygen tank, but huge, attached to what appears to be not a stasis chamber, but a sensory deprivation chamber.
So
And
14 damage to this guy.
Gone.
you
That's a
deleted
gone
him.
moment.
Wow. Get fucked.
Bang.
Lyra.
It me. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I heard terminal. Where terminal?
That is true down there.
All right. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use a minor action with Zam to shoot that turret all the way over here. So let me just roll that real quick. Boom. 16 for 6.
16 for 6. Anything else?
And let's see here. Should I dash down to the terminal? How far away is the terminal? Like, how far down is it, Jamina?
It's about... Wait. 1, 2... 2.5 me.
2.5 you. That sounds within dashing distance. So I'm a dash.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right in front of the terminal. Perfect. I think that's terminal, right? Is that terminal I'm in front of? Or is that just like a little machine?
That's
It
2
is a terminal.
terminals. There's 1 here and 1 there.
but I can't do anything about it because I've used my major and I've used my minor for the turn. So next turn I'll be able to do something about it.
All right. Dr. Prism is down, and he kind of, pulls himself up to a knee. His assumed body sparking and breaking, and he smiles. Ah, well done, well done. I quite enjoyed this little row. It's been a while. Ugh, the mm, I am quite disappointed in the lag spikes I'm getting. Whew. Oh well. I'm sure you will find plenty of entertainment here, even when I log off. Oh, and my pretty little red friend.
I'll look around. I'm not your friend. I wouldn't call myself pretty, but I guess I am red. So what?
Oh, I am quite certain that I have deduced why you're here. And indeed, it is most likely and supremely probable that whatever they were developing here to heal, well, everyone knows what in the right doses can heal, can also kill. I think you might find some data of which over there. I'm sure you will make a delightful test subject in the future. Farewell. And the body slumps over.
Goodbye.
Nah.
Well, I guess
See.
I'll go towards where he was pointing.
I think we're still
I
in
mean,
initiative.
We're still in
The
initiative.
turrets
Oh.
are still active.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm in danger down here.
Where is here? Oh. Well, I'll try and get rid of one of the turrets that can target you. Go up here. Pew! Gotta think
Zoom!
fast. I'm so fast now.
The zoomies.
I got the zoomies. Bonk. Oh. Okay. Well, I zoomed too much.
Captain.
I bet he's gonna self-destruct. That'd be fun.
Oh, that would be
He should probably not be next to the body.
oh, it's okay. Now it's in meters. Okay. Well, I can definitely hit one. I can try and hit one of these.
Yeah, you can easily. A pistol is 25, a rifle is 100.
I'm trying to hit this one down here. 16 for 7. Does it hit?
16 for 7. It doesn't.
Cool. Probably not enough to kill it, though. Oh, well, that's my turn.
Fenris, help Sieg. I'll protect Lyra.
Hmm. Sure. I'll shoot that thing. Pew. No.
No.
Doesn't act for successful weapon attacks. No. That's me.
And the turret shoots Sieg.
Does it happen to have disadvantage because I'm in melee with it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, that'll hit then. Ow.
Turrets don't care.
Ding, ding, ding.
Jamina.
I move down, body block Lyra, and shoot the turret in the south. Spin over, switch over, and fires. Oh, piss. Oh, shit. I'm done.
Okay. Let me just. And let's see. This one will shoot at Jamina. No. This one will also shoot at Jamina because she's right there. 19 for 7.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. And at the top of the turn order, Dreadlord Abraham's body explodes.
Yay!
And everything within 10 meters, which means none of you take.
Oh,
10 meters, you say?
Sorry,
sure
3
is-
meters.
Okay.
Sorry, I was already typing 10, so it leaped to my brain. 58 damage.
Wow!
woof! That would have
Holy
killed.
shit.
That would have killed us.
I would have killed every single one of us.
He had a debt pack in his chest.
Oh, that's 10d10. Yeah.
Boom!
All right.
Well,
Now
there's nothing to salvage now.
Yeah.
So, Fenris, Philia, and Siduri, please make me Constitution saving throws against my.
Uh,
5.
am I proficient to I am actually. Okay.
Siduri, you pass. Fenris, mop. Philia, mop. All right. So, blood is streaming from Fenris and Philia's ears as they have burst eardrums, which would be catastrophic if you didn't have advanced medical systems on.
I imagine there's like some rudimentary nanomachines just already going to work in there.
Yep, you'll be able to repair your ears within a little bit and get to within 90% of hearing range, but your ship will be able to heal the rest. So, should be fine. Siduri, it's your turn.
Let's see. Where are the other turrets? Okay.
All in here.
Go around here. And I'll shoot at this guy down here.
No.
Alrighty. That's it for me.
Lyra.
It me. I'm trying hacking this computer, see if I can't find an off switch for the turrets.
Cool.
It seems like a good idea.
Beep, beep,
Regular.
bop, boop.
Intelligence. Expertise. 21.
And bada-bip, 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 bop.
Huzzah!
You have
That's
done
okay.
the wins.
Not so good now at computers, are you, Dr. Prism, you jackass?
The scorch marks where he used to be laugh at you.
Wow, rude.
Alright, what else has the computer got on it?
A myriad of information. Most of this is outdated by now, but there's a bunch of medical scientific gobbledygook. You probably have to make a medicine roll, or does this game have? Yes, it does. You'd have to make a medicine check to figure out whatever you're looking at.
Alright, I can do that. I'm trained in medicine. It's a wisdom. I'm alright at medicine.
No. This is big brain time.
Big brand time.
Big brain time.
Oh, get as much as you can. That it's non-transmitting.
Oh yeah, I'm downloading everything to the data pad. I'm about to go do the other one to the south as well here in a second. Just leave the data pad, leave that going into there, and go ahead down here and hack into this one.
Mop.
Hey, Sicky, you want to come down here and help me? Goes a little bit quicker this way.
In a moment.
Here we go. See if this stuff just has more. All right, 20.
All right. So you're able to look at this terminal and begin to take shit out of it. Download a bunch of stuff. It appears that all the data that's been wiped throughout the rest of the facility has been stored in here. Now, this is 200 years old, and a lot of this stuff has already been solved by modern science. However, as you're sorting through it, you notice something that seems eerily familiar. It is called the Promethean egg.
Is it like the thing that the agent sent us? Is that like the building block part of it?
Well, you'd have to probably make scientific rolls to figure out what it is, but this looks like a medical advancement intended to be virulent in a way, but to impart immunities. Say a planet, like has only been done once in the past, has been virus bombed, correct? If you were to, when you realized what had happened, simply send this in as a counter agent, it would enter the host the immune system, and act as a retroviral. At least that's the hope. It's not only incredibly rudimentary, but if you were to try to use it now, it would be completely inert in the body, as neither this beneficial mutation nor your immune system would know what to do with it, and you'd probably just piss it out.
Okay. Is there anything on like the mutagen that the dude was making and using here?
Sure, there are 6 canisters full of it.
No, I meant data on it.
Yeah, there's data, but it's all gobbledygook to you. You're not a scientist.
You fucking what, mate? I am a scientist.
You already made your medicine roll.
Yeah.
You're not a medical scientist. You're a beep boop scientist.
Got you there.
Fucking, I'll show you he's not a medical science next time. Fucking, yeah.
Maybe you should get a ship's doctor.
You have a degree in computer engineering.
You're
biotech.
Spock. You're Spock, not McCoy. All right.
Fucking, you'll see about that. I'm gonna get a fucking medical degree. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about it. Become a doctor.
I hope you like brandy and talking about how you're X and not X.
X and not Y.
Damn hobgoblin.
Right. Well, I saved all his data, took all of it. Let's say we take some of those mutagen cancers as well. Can study those.
Sure thing. The
Maybe we can
last
read
thing
from-
that
oh,
you'll
yeah.
find on the terminals is a release mechanism.
So that release mechanism probably gonna let that tank open up.
What's
want-
in it?
What is in it? Does it say what's in it, or?
The release mechanism will release the people who are currently mind broken in the previous room.
Okay.
Okay. What's in here then?
What's in where? Oh, those are all vials filled. Those are all canisters filled with the basic mutagen that the doctor. Oh, For all the world, this appears to be a sensory deprivation tank with a strange red canister attached.
Do you have any data on this? Because this looks suspicious, as well as all these sealed barrels.
Is there a person in this? Can we see anyone inside of it? Because it has a window.
You look inside, there's no one there.
Is it full of fluids?
I mean, there's water. And it's heavily salted.
Does that have a release mechanism on the terminals?
That has a release mechanism on the thing.
Okay. So, do we want to open it up?
Of course.
Alright. You open it up, and it appears for all the world to be a sensory deprivation chamber. However, in this sensory deprivation chamber appears to be a nozzle attached to a large canister, which is meant for the releasing of chemicals inside it.
So it's empty.
There's no one inside.
So I'm a bet that he's probably gonna put us inside of that when we were down, and then release the mutagen into it.
Point at these tanks over here.
Yeah, do those tanks look like they hook up to this type of thing?
Those tanks are filled with the same type of nitrogen-oxygen mixture and a healthy dose of green mutagenic.
Okay. So when you said these were like cylinders on top, are they like built into it so we can't pick them up off it, or?
There's a mechanism locking each of these containers within it. You could attempt to an electronics to hack in.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let's just be on standby for grabbing this thing in case of what it is. Does anyone want to assist me in doing this?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. 15.
You now have the ability to take a 50-gallon drum of base mutagenic. Of course,
Wonderful.
it is easy for you to suss out what this is for. The mutagenic is a basic building block for a TF. And for each race, he added a little bit of their DNA in his attempt to make a super soldier.
Okay, good to know. Good to have.
He is the Grand Evolutionary, after all.
Not gonna lie, if this stuff didn't mind break people, would be kind of useful. Kind of want to see if I can't work that bug out.
I mean, you can look in his notes, and the raw stuff just exploded people, so he stopped doing it. So he mixed it in when they were in the liquid oxygen and nitrogen mixture. It seemed to be less explodey than when he tried just injecting people with the stuff.
Okay, that is a lot worse than I thought it was.
He found that nerve stimulation aided in the respiratory functions and would cause it to spread across the body.
And now we get why they were all hooked up like that. Okay.
What do?
So, do we want to release the people in there? I mean, they kind of
Yes,
had
of
the
course.
black... Well, hold on a second. They have the black void symbol like, the first mate thing.
Well,
Only
he
one
said
of
that
them.
they were his crew that he locked up, so I assume they're all Black Void.
Also that, yeah.
He also said that they were mind broken.
We cannot simply leave them here.
I don't feel good about hanging on to a bunch of Black Voiders. We should probably just take them and
Well, we're
ship
not
them
getting a
off, so-
bounty for Dr. Prism there, since he blew up on us, so we may as well turn these people over to someone who can help them, or at the very least can pay us a fair amount for capturing a bunch of Black Void.
I was gonna suggest we start up a brothel somewhere.
I really.
That's a lot of overhead, but
yeah.
that's what you want to do, I guess
Yeah.
go for it.
Or
It's
you
kinda-
could put them all on your crew and operate a flying brothel.
This is a fantastic
no.
plan.
I feel maybe
No.
no, it doesn't seem right.
I mean, as well, they're all just a bunch of, even if they're all, mind broken and stuff, they're all still Black Void pirates, scummiest of the
What does
scum.
that? I mean, what does that matter to them now?
I don't feel good about this.
Yeah, I really don't either. Also, that Prism's guy's probably gonna be on our tail for.
I
long
don't think
He
time.
seemed quite jovial.
I don't think he gives a shit.
Yeah, probably not a little bit. I'm sure if the opportunity arises, he'll probably take us if he could.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I guess we'll release him and then take him to, I don't know, UCG outpost or something.
We'll bring him onto the ship for now.
An arduous task that will take you several hours and a lot of resolves, and they'll immediately jump on top.
We're gonna have to do a lot of like decontamination of them as well.
Yeah, this stuff is supposed to be is like a pathogen, right?
Oh, the stuff that he was using? No. Again,
Oh.
like he said, he thinks that that kind of thing is foolish. Each of these are specifically tailored for the individual, using their own.
Oh.
He finds the fact that someone would. He had a whole spiel about it. The fact that someone would create like a genophage to change a bunch of people to a certain design is disgusting. How are you supposed to create the perfect being if you don't tailor create their result?
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention Siduri. There was a little bit of information on like kind of like reverse virus bombing people, like to help them out. Don't know if that's exactly what you're looking for when we came here, but something.
Well, that's something. No evidence of...
There's a lot of information.
Oh, okay. I haven't had a chance to go through it all yet.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of medical gobbledygook that I don't quite get yet. I'm got to study up on it.
I guess
It'll-
we'll just make sure that we have everything before we leave.
Oh yeah, definitely on all the servers.
All right. So you guys are going to bundle up all of the mind broken Black Void and return to your ship then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thus begins the hassle.
So how do we turn these people over? Do we just go like a UCG station and say, "Hey, Black Void, give us money for them"? Or
Well, there are bounty points, so we just find one and turn in. I assume there's an open bounty on Black Void.
Black Void members indeed do have an bounty on them. For the most part, if they weren't in the condition that they are correctly, a lot of them would be sent to Gastagoth. But with this, they will likely either be taken to the equivalent of state rehabilitation, and then, given that this is tits in any event, be sold to Beth Carver.
See, we should keep them ourselves. We have plenty of room.
I mean,
They're
They're
going
largely
to get
harmless.
dumped into a whorehouse anyway.
Exactly. We might as well make the profit.
We'd
I
have to
guess.
definitely go for those luxury accommodations.
So
I
there
mean-
are 25 Black Void. Would you like to turn them over for a bounty? Or
No.
would you like to claim them yourselves?
My vote would be bounty, but it's up to you guys. You have the
Bounty's
ship.
definitely more of an upfront reward.
I
Well, as the other
don't
one-
think a crew of mind-broken people is particularly a long-term play either.
I mean,
No,
yeah, they
I
are.
don't
They
know.
generate money for us over time. Every time we go to a port.
Yeah.
I really don't feel good about taking like a bunch of the mind-broken people and just putting them in our
Well,
whorehouse.
Here's
But
the
that's what
thing.
they're gonna
Don't
do
be a
anyway.
pussy.
And I would like to also point out that it will take slots away from eventually you can hire crew to make your ship better. If you don't do anything to treat these people and instead keep them as whores, they will take up crew space for your ship.
What if we keep them as whores and over time rehabilitate them?
I mean, perhaps, but that would actually require you hiring someone that you'll have to hire someone that is good at rehabilitating people from the very same thing the Black Void does to people. Basically, you're going to hire the person who does to victims of the Black Void for the Black Void.
I mean, if we can find someone like that, I'd be perfectly willing to shell out the cash to, get that started.
I mean, I'm giving you guys options. So one option certainly is you can spend the credits to hire a psychologist to bring them back from the brink, where they'll be, standard crew members, where they'll be able to do their jobs without immediately falling to their own lusts. It just seems that the other third of their lives will be manning the ship's glory holes and orgies.
I'm kind of okay with this now. I mean, as long as we're actually getting
Well-
them back to.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. First off, it's gonna take a fucking long time to do this. Until then, it'll be a constant cost for 25 people, not only getting sessions, but upkeep for everything.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll pay itself back off in the ports when we whore them out.
Oh, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, which is also gonna take time in the future because it's gonna it's gonna take time and money to get to the point where we can just whore them out properly.
Not much.
Really?
License.
Just put them in the rooms, put people into them with them, and have them charge them money for it.
Yeah.
Really not that complicated, actually.
We may have to shell out for some furnishings.
Yeah.
Very well. Then comes the question, how much are we going to be getting versus, for example, a bounty now versus future?
I
Look,
don't know.
this is investment talk here, ready? This is your long-term investment that'll pay itself off and pay dividends in the future, rather than just taking like a stock and selling it off right away. You gotta do the long-term investments.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, is there a cute little bunny one that I can take as like a bedroom toy?
Oh my god, fuck. Just a pilot. I don't give a shit. Do whatever.
Well, if you're asking that question in earnest, that sounds like a data fate to me.
All right.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Lyra wants to claim one, and she wants to claim one if there's a bunny one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
Ah. Shame.
no
Oh well.
bun buns.
Oh well.
Out of, you know what? Out of sheer curiosity, I wonder if there's one of my species.
Sounds like a data fate to me.
Nah.
Oh, sorry, Philia.
Oh well.
Yes, the former first mate is indeed a Futazon cat.
Excellent.
So when we get these people onto the ship, how about we go about destroying this facility?
Totally, yeah.
Shoot it from orbit with a
Alright, fire
railgun.
the thingies.
Well, we're stripping the drones as well. Don't forget that. We got stuff.
Okay, so you railgun it from orbit. What do
Back to Tavros, I guess. We have no other leads.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like the course of action.
Okay, give me a second. Let's go back to the start and get claimed characters over here. For saving, let me put this person in chat quick.
Remember to edit your characters in this screen because they're being copied onto the new, so you don't have to repeatedly edit out health and shield.
Yes.
And while I'm here. And here you go, Savin. She's forgotten her name, so you're gonna just go basic, controlled by.
Nice.
All righty then. So, are you guys done on the start page? Done editing your characters, etc.?
Why are we editing our character?
I copied tokens from over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have anything to change.
They're hit points because there's a level difference. If you have
You
an
leveled
upgraded
up.
shield.
Did we level up to level 3?
No,
we
not
leveled
yet.
up to 2, but
Okay.
I know my token wasn't updated.
Yeah, neither were mine.
I guess I'll
Yeah, I
double
don't want
check
to
that.
check your own.
I wonder what kind of jobs Tavros will have for us now. Should be something new, right?
Maybe, hopefully.
We'll see when we get there.
So, you guys are leaving the Promethean system, and are you doing full burn back to Tavros?
We also took the fucking turrets there because
Yes, you can mark down
Something
3
correct.
turrets. You shut down 3 of the turrets. So far, they're here. Before I delete the page, let me just give you the damage list.
Gonna have to reprogram those turrets. Make sure they aren't, like, rehackable by that dude.
Oh no, not 1d10 damage.
It's probably like a 1d8. Oh, 2d4.
One for each barrel.
Yeah, more reliable.
So, you guys are going to end up flying back to Tavros. Now, tell me, are you going to really attempt to find a doctor to fix your mind-broken crew?
I am.
Yes.
All right. Please go to. Let's look at your ship real quick.
I'm going to try and get. I'm going to go and get a license to operate as a brothel.
Easily enough to be done, but please add to your crew capacity 25 individuals under cargo hold, since you are apparently keeping every single one.
Oh, you know what I should do now that we're back in civilized space? I need to pick up a TF, like an actual TF thing.
Very well. But before we do
And
that,
we get still
I
have
do
those
need to use a
barrels.
restroom, so I will be right back.
Sure. What we
Excellent.
saw on this
Me
is,
too.
We also
is
have like how many barrels were there?
what? What now? What do you mean? What?
The barrels down there with the mutagenic shit.
Oh,
The TF, the
five,
TF cool.
6, 5 or 6 of them, I think.
Those are extra padded and secured.
Yeah.
Get that nice bubble wrap for it.
I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do with those, honestly. Considering they have a tendency to explode people.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
that
sure.
was the raw stuff, wasn't it?
That is the raw stuff.
No, wasn't it the one that he had specifically added the ratio traits there for changing?
We have the raw stuff. We have the stuff that he took and then added those people's DNA to inject into them. What we have is the raw formula.
Okay. Well done. So it takes a few days to get back to Tavros. Siduri is probably gonna need to go through all that fucking data. And what we specifically can do then with the raw stuff is literally up in the air. It's exactly whatever you want to do. We'll need a facility for it or a laboratory.
Perhaps. It's going to take a lot of testing to get that stuff to not explode people.
Well, you got the data and the research on it, so
I'm a medical
have fun.
scientist. As people are so keen to point out, I am not a medical scientist.
Did I miss anything? I'm sorry, I dozed off.
No, we're just coming
Aw.
back to Tavros, and we're going to be looking for a doctor as well as getting a license for being a brothel. I'm going to pick up a TF. I'm going to get the Anu soft cream.
Okay, great.
What we decide for that stuff is like, what, knock off 0 and that's the actual price?
It's not. It's take a 0 off of the price on the wiki, and that's basically the thing.
Perfect. That brings that down to 20 credits.
Which one are
I'm
you
back.
buying?
The Anu soft cream.
You're making your butt even buttier.
I'm making my butt even buttier.
Great thing to come back to. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, until this butt is the number 1 in the universe, I can't stop doing things to it.
Savin approves.
Well, I've
Savin
got something
AFK as
here
well.
that might make your butt bigger.
All right, I'm listening.
Although, actually, now that I think of it, it might make your junk smaller.
That is almost a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I said might. Or wait, I mean, no, wait. I did pay more to get this more targeted. It says semi-targeted Estro.
Listen, Captain, that's still okay. You've seen me down there. I'm not the biggest.
I mean, no. I mean, all right. You want it? You want to take this? Maybe make your butt bigger. Maybe make your boobs bigger. Make yourself even prettier.
I mean, you're telling me though, it's possibly at the cost of making my small stuff already even smaller though.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'll wiggle the Medipen in the air.
Make a persuasion at it, because she's clearly on the fence about it.
Okay. Let's make sure do I have this? Okay, I do. $15.
All right. I mean, if you wanted me to have a little bigger bust and bigger butt, I can take it.
More cushion for the pushing. More for me to dig my hands in.
All right. Slides down zipper to the zip suit. Stab it in.
Poke.
Do I need to roll anything for it, Stray?
And then I'll give you a spank for good measure.
Let's see. Some TFs work where so basically the first use is so in use soft is correct.
Nah, I'm gonna get that later, but Kina is
I'm
stabbing with its
giving-
targeted extra blue.
I'm giving her a dose of Estro.
Status effect, blah blah blah. I'm not sure if we have femininity modifiers, so yeah, roll me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have a dick?
I do.
6, 7. Roll me a d7 if you would.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
It's probably gonna be a smaller thing. 7.
7. Your balls will shrink by 1 size category. Boop, boop, boop. Your butt rating increases by 1.
Hey, look at that. Your butt got bigger.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
You lost a little off the top.
my
You
balls
could
are
always go and get some legal dick modifications that didn't.
I mean, it made my balls smaller though. I like my big balls.
Oh, that's what the problem was.
You could spend 75 credits to get them back to the original size.
They're fine for now. I'll just have to find stuff to make them bigger again.
I mean, I did spend like 60 credits to get a dose of that stuff I picked up last time we were. The stuff you smeared all over my nut.
Mm. That's true. I mean, man, it's your stuff, though.
I mean, you can just buy it. It's easy.
Yeah. I'll add it to my list when I'm going out to get stuff. I do want to get some other stuff. Of course, you're free to come along if you want.
Yeah, sure. We need to go hounding around for some new work anyway.
All right. I'm off to go buy some Anusoft then. Deafening silence.
Was I
Nope,
asked a question?
I'm just
No.
finishing up the jobs available. There are jobs available, but do we have everyone here? Because Savin is muted.
There's another. Boy, how
I'm
many
here.
things and how many drugs in this game are there for just making your butt bigger?
Do you not
Lots?
understand how incredibly redundant 90% of the TS in this game are?
A lot are.
There's one literally called Junk in the Trunk that you can buy from New Texas that increases your butt from 1 to 3 sizes larger. If it is less than 20.
So,
Jesus.
since Savin is here, Savin, you were looking for a doctor to hire?
Yes.
So, if you are willing to, and this is going to be have to written on your guys's ship document or the cargo hold document, you can find an incredibly successful Kythrit doctor who basically does this as a specialty. Her fee is 1,000 credits a month. However, not only does she guarantee the efficacy of the people that she is rehabilitating, however, but on top of that, she will act as ship's psychologist as well.
Ooh.
Do you wish to hire her, or do you want to go for a cheaper option?
1 second. Let me look at something real quick. I'm gonna need to sell like one minor thing. Because I have 969 credits.
Of course, in her fee, she is expected to have room and board, and
Yeah, plenty
you
of
know
that.
the.
What do we have in the ship's hold that I could sell off?
You have turrets.
Yeah. How much can we get for a turret? Or one of those drones that we picked up, actually.
If you want to sell the drones will pay a pretty penny of 1775 of 1175 each.
How many did we have? Like,
I'm sorry, did you say
3.
11.7? Did you say 11.75?
1,175 credits.
Wow.
Drones, not turrets.
yeah, those are for the drones, but
Yeah, I mean, we have no use for those big drones, might as
No,
well
we get-
sell.
Yeah, it was 3 turrets that survived,
you
and
know.
then there was like
Yeah, we know.
more drones, predators.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell those drones. What do you say, team?
Yeah, no, go right
Is
ahead.
that with? Is that with or without explosive packed into them?
Without. These drones are still viable and used by various people, though those various people you're selling it to will probably use it for nefarious ends, but you can add
Okay.
35-25 credits.
Okay,
I'm
so
down with that.
everyone gets 5
Yes.
to 87 credits.
Wait, no, you want to split that 7 ways
And-
so we have some in the ship.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, hold on.
I mean, if you wanted to go
Yeah.
through legal channels and sell them to the UGC, you could have them each sold for 500 credits.
No, that's fine.
No, thank
Fuck
you.
the police.
Fuck the police. Alright, that's 503, so that's just add a 5.
Okay, so how much explosive are each of them packing so we know to add to the pile?
Each of them was packing 2 det packs.
Ooh, boy.
We could blow the hell out of some
Wait.
shit with all that.
So that's 6 on top of the other 4 that we managed to scavenge from before. 10. There you go. That's good.
Just damn. Alright, I'll add that in.
Yeah, someone also make sure to add the credits to the ship's hold.
I did.
Okay.
I have.
Does this doctor have a name?
She not only has a name, but a token.
Yay!
So she's a token doctor?
I will put friendly, non-broken NPCs up into your left-hand corner from now on.
Oh, she's cute.
You now have Dr. Amala, a half-Kythrite. While, of course, when you ask her, surely that medical science has evolved to the point where she doesn't need glasses, she'll smile and then tap the side of it, and they'll light up. She has a data pad as her glasses.
Cool.
Makes it much easier for her, you understand.
Wow, this fucking.
So, now that you have hired Dr. Amala, not only will you have your 25 crew members, and because you hired the most expensive doctor you could find, she will be able to rehabilitate them quickly. But if, for say, any of you falls to the level of Mind Broken Rake 1, she will be able to cure it within a week.
Nice.
Keep in mind the ranks of Mind Broken are cumulative. Pray that you do not reach, basically, I take your character away from you.
I mean, there's worse things you can do.
I thought those went away like after you did like a bunch of
Oh,
stuff for a while.
no. There are levels of mind breaking, which means that you can never have your character.
Oh, I'm thinking taint.
Taint is different. This is mind breaking.
Yeah, no, I see. I was thinking taint because that goes away from like hours.
If you're
6 minutes,
total bimbo curoed goobered, your Dr. Amala won't be able to do anything for you.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
However, now you have the ship's psychologist on board, and yes, Savin, she will dress like in teen. You're welcome.
Like what? You cut out there.
Like in TNG.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Good. Wizard, Scoverino,
Yeah.
add 500 to your credit.
Already added it.
No,
Oh, you mean the
Pre-add
vote? Oh, okay.
500.
Okay.
Yes, I am paying back.
Thank you.
All right. Please add to your cargo hold that every month that goes by, that there will be a $1,000 expenditure to keep Dr. Amala on board. Which, in this universe, means she's taking a salary of $10,000 a month.
It's reasonable for an extremely capable shrink.
She's probably the best you're going to find.
Yeah.
At least
Not
outside
only
of
that.
people who have private practices in, like, Seoul.
Yeah. In this case, I would say specifically hiring them on a month-to-month basis on a fucking traveling spaceship. Yeah, 10 grand post-tax. Good pay. Or rather, it's decent pay, because otherwise they would be paid a lot more for a stationary doctor with multiple patients. At least this way you get accustomed to it.
I mean, 6 figures is 6 figures, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
No, that's 5 figures.
That's a month. She's making 120,000 a year. That's 6 figures.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
She's making good money, but as long as you have her aboard, she can cure up to 2 ranks of mind brokenness. 3rd rank, I take your character away, and you become part of the ship's slut crew.
Okay.
I'm just saying we can't take missions that the reward is very grateful if we're paying that much for this lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, luckily it's per month, but still.
Yep.
I mean, I just
she
took that out
demands
of my credits, so you guys don't.
She demanded her fee up front, so you guys have already paid for her. I will keep track of how many days take place in game, and 30 days from now, 1,000 credits will be taken from you. But for now, you have a lady working on all your mind broken people to make them. She'll ignore some of the ethical implications of turning them into flying brothel because they're all Black Void.
Yeah.
And no civilized people like them.
This
they're
is the
gonna be
best they could
turned.
ever possibly hope for.
They're going to be turned into brothel people anyway. We're just skipping a step.
Exactly.
It depends on where they were. Depending on who you turn them over there to, they might have well have just been hung.
See, this is the best possible outcome for them.
Okay.
Basic.
So,
Humanitarian.
So, while you guys are wandering around, let me put forth 3 jobs for you that you can take. There is We Walk in Light. The parents of a local religious leader are calling for aid. Their son has been seen cavorting with strange fundamentalists and has since vanished. Reward, a sum of credits. Run Silent, Run Deep. A freighter has been missing in dead space between 2 systems, and the UGC isn't interested in rescuing them as they are known smugglers. A reward, sum of credits, and a better underworld connection. This isn't a thing where they say, well, you'll be better friends with us, but you can just assume you do a favor for the underworld, they'll do a favor for you. Finally, Poultry Run. There are 2,500 prize Terran chickens that need to be delivered to New Texas for the annual Wing Festival. Your reward will be a sum of credits and 2 weeks vacation on the planet during the Wing Festival.
I say we take that last one.
I kind of like it.
How many credits we talking about here?
Yeah, because how much, like, what are you going, like, sum of credits wise? Like, who's got the highest, who's got the lowest?
I mean, the highest would be We Walk in Light. The lowest would be Poultry Run.
It's the lowest paying one, but also the most funny.
It's funny, and we get a vacation, and we get a shitload of wings. So, I mean...
To eat all the wings we want, and a 2-week vacation on a pleasure planet.
I mean, let me just
Let
point
me
out
also
here.
remind you that we don't have the finances for a 2-week vacation, given that that's a half month.
Yeah, we do.
We just brought on somebody that's 1,000
2
a
weeks
month.
paid vacation.
See, paid vacation.
Yeah, but they're not gonna pay. Yeah, but they're not gonna pay pay the fucking shrink that we just hired.
She's part of our crew. What do you mean? It's a paid vacation.
All expenses
just gonna
paid
have to-
for vacation. Which means that you could subtract 2 weeks of it and then submit the bill to the New Texan government if you wish.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm on board with it.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
we're
that.
going to
Okay,
fucking Wingfest,
That
guys.
is not. That's fun.
Fucking Wingfest.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And we can also take contracts in New Texas if there are any.
There are
Is there
none.
any other-
It's a pleasure planet in some of the most protected space.
Okay, well, is there any other cargo we can take
Yes.
that we could probably sell off there
We could pick up a bunch of milk and sell it elsewhere when we leave.
from there? Yeah, I mean, if we
Yeah.
we could load up a milk from New Texas and sell it
Extremely
somewhere.
valuable.
Well, we are going there, so if there anyone that's going to New Texas,
Yeah, we got plenty of room
it's
for
a cheaper
passengers.
ride.
How much
Yeah.
space does 2,500 chickens take up?
That'll take up your cargo hold.
That's the
The whole
cargo hold.
the whole hold?
You don't have. Oh wait, no, you have expanded cargo hold. I forgot about that. It'll take up half your hold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
half the hold.
So we have room for cargo and passengers going to New Texas.
We'll put up an
I
ad.
know, right, Adjatha, but unfortunately, all of the lore for New Texas means that it's one of the most civilized planets, and they don't have people running around with black hats. You actually have to surrender all your weapons coming to the system, so...
This
Yeah.
is very true.
Mind you, everybody who's already there is armed to the teeth, but
Yeah. No, don't worry about it.
But there's no
If you're
way
a
you're gonna get...
citizen,
yeah, if
There's
you're some
any
dirty
gun you
carpetbagger, you gotta surrender all your shit.
There's no way you're
Yeah.
gonna get a cool, like, the good, the bad, the ugly, or the Magnificent Seven on New Texas.
It
Yeah.
is a shame.
It's hilarious.
Mhm.
Somebody tries to start some shit there. All there is just this sudden black wall of fucking kinetic projectiles coming at them
What happens
from
when you
all the
start...
goddamn system.
What happens when you start to start shit on New Texas is you come back to Earth as Chunky Rain.
Chunky rain.
Oh, mommy, look! Starfalls!
Anyway,
Just burn up in the
so yeah,
atmosphere.
I guess, can we roll something to try and drum up some extra cargo or passengers heading to New Texas?
Lyra, you can do that. And yeah, if you guys want to bill yourself as a cheap whorehouse on wheels to go to New Texas and drop people off. Also, your fee for being a flying whorehouse is 500 credits.
all right, I'll pay for that myself. Damn it! I just spent all the money I just got.
Yeah.
But you're licensed now.
Yeah.
So
It'll
yeah, I
pay
mean,
something.
think of it. You're getting on a ship, and the entire trip is you're just in a brothel, and then you get dropped off somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dropped
It's
off
the
at
biggest
Pleasure
win.
Planet.
We are literally a pleasure cruise now.
If only we had
Well,
the luxury.
We are getting paid vacation for this as well, so this is just pure profit income if somebody visits the brothel then. Wouldn't it be?
Oh, actually, oh,
That's
There
just-
is
that's
zero
just-
sum detraction coming for you for this trip. But they need these chickens, and they need them now. And they're, you know what? FedEx fell through because fuck FedEx. I hate you guys.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if they fell
Yeah,
under.
Galactic Express is known to be rather shit.
wait, was that yes?
I actually enjoy USPCA.
Okay. So, yes, Lyra, you can find those suits. They're rather ubiquitous. There's 3 different versions, but the version you're looking for is what I told you before. And if you want to be walking around Tavros, you're going to need to put on a bra or panties or be arrested for indecent exposure.
I don't remember what we gave, like, what, +5 shielding?
Let's look it up again.
And for that matter, what do the other two do? Might as well know all three. Sorry.
All right. It gives a +2. It gives a +2 attack and damage for trying to seduce someone into the ground, and you get a +5 bonus shield.
Okay, that's the premium one, or is that the ultraviolet or
That's
azure?
the premium one.
Okay. I assume the other two do something different.
Diminishing returns.
Okay. So let's see. So there's a +2 to the DC of people like when I do tease attacks, and +5 shielding.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
This has the fully exposed flag, though. So you will be required to wear bra and panties, otherwise you will be arrested in places that have indecent exposure laws.
Does New Texas have indecent
No.
exposure laws?
That's
No.
funny.
We're fine.
That's real funny.
Yeah. I will pick that up here in Tavros. Luckily, I am wearing stuff under, so I can just swap out for that new suit. Well, actually, wait, that doesn't. I see. I'll have to switch out suits when I ever have to go into like places with back suits and needed for that type thing. That's kind of a shame. I'm still buying it though.
Hey, if you want to buy it, I mean, that's you. You can buy it.
Look, you will love me in the outfit. Trust me.
What outfit are you getting?
You'll find out. Not gonna spoil surprise.
Well, all right.
There is a place to buy an advanced shield belt if you don't have one already, yes.
How much is that?
Advanced shield belt, 175 credits, 15 shield.
Okay, I'll pick one of those up. Even though I assume we won't need advanced shield belts for Chicken Quest, but just in case.
You never know. This absolutely feels like the sort of quest that's going to turn into some shit.
I mean, it's very true.
Would I do that? No.
No, why would ya?
And how much shielding does an advanced shield belt get you? 15. Okay.
So, is there anything else you guys would love to do on Tavros before you blast off for Chicken Quest?
Did we find people in cargo to take to New Texas?
That sounds like you'd need to make a roll for it. Let's see. You could do persuasion or performance.
I will assist in rounding up some.
Okay. Bang, 17.
Nice.
All right. Roll me 2d 2d
2d20, right? Yeah.
What? No.
Well, 2d what?
I said 2d8.
You did not, though.
Really did.
No.
All right. There's a party of 6 woo girls on their way to Texas.
Alright, can we find someone else, though?
Nope,
6
too late.
what girls?
You don't know what a woo girl is?
No.
You ever been to a bar and you go in and
No.
there's a table of 6 ladies going woo and taking
Oh,
shots?
you mean drunk college girls?
Or bachelorette parties, or
Or bachelor parties? That sounds like the kind of people who would want to go to New Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Texas on the whorehouse.
they're all gonna get treated. Every one of them. No doubt.
Most likely.
I mean,
Hey, it's not our problem. We just have to
Yep.
bring them there.
that's on them.
This was gonna be your first cargo run, and they were like, "Oh, a bunch of sexy women on a cruise." Woo! So that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
we
I
make
mean,
sure we
that's-
pay. Make sure they pay up front. Look, I don't want to drop them off and then they be treated and forget their bank account.
All right.
How
So
much are we gonna charge them? How much are we charging them though? Like 100 a head?
yes, 100 ahead.
Yeah, that sounds
Alright.
reasonable.
You're gonna get 600 credits to transport
Hey, that's
some
fine.
woo girls.
Yeah, hey,
You know what? That
600
sounds
free
good.
credits. I'll just put that right in the ship's hold there. Also, Keen, are you sure you... Oh, wait, yeah, the... I see.
All right. Well, now that we have all of this done and decided, I'm afraid I don't have New Tex and Woo Girl Crest prepped. I didn't know which one you guys would pick, so I was gonna prep 3 different things.
Did you really think we weren't gonna go for the
Honestly,
Buffalo Wings quest? Are you...
Honestly, I thought that either Hedrah or Adjatha would talk you guys into doing Run Silent Red.
It came close.
I mean, we already did a quest for
Yeah,
me.
it was.
Fine to do other things for other people.
The work connection also gives bonuses for everyone else access and shit, but for this I would say,
Wing quest.
yeah, this will also give Adjatha a lot more time to go through the data and work on their back quest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a copy of what we downloaded from the console during all the downtime and be studying through that. I don't have much in the way of medical knowledge, but can try and puzzle through what.
Would you
Whatever's
like
available.
to reach out to your background and see if anyone can help you disseminate this information, or do you want to keep it close to the vest?
I mean, I may as well try and see if other people have knowledge. If nothing else, if people show too much of an interest, it could be a suspicious lead.
You used to be part of a strike team, yeah? With your background, you were part of like UGC. I think it was like not exactly like Black Ops, but like Spec Ops, right? And you got disillusioned with the entire thing.
Sure.
I can't remember the.
I didn't
specific
specify
background.
the UGC element that I was in, but I think that probably works.
Well, it came up when we were talking about you instantly recognized Black Ops uniforms, so I kind of just put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
So yeah, is your background is UGC military, correct?
So yeah, in the background, I was with the UGC military, but despite repeated requests for information regarding genophages and the look into it, I was repeatedly told that no research was being done. They considered it a closed subject, and they had no information to share with the military or indeed with the public at large. And their continued reluctance to do anything disillusioned me. And after what we discovered, it turns out they were doing investigations. They were just keeping it all secret and refused to divulge or to expand out, which just confirmed my suspicions that someone within the military-industrial complex either benefited from this or would be made to look foolish and would lose face by making this stuff public, which means
Alright.
I'm not friends with the UGC.
All right. So we'll call you former UGC Rangers and not Delta Force.
Sure.
All right. So, would you like to contact your former combat medic, see what she can delve up about this kind of? I mean, your entire former team was tight. That was one of the things you can do.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, we'll divulge the information to her. It might take a couple weeks for her to slog all through it, but let me add that to my notes. Okay. So, now that we have that settled, we're going to. Yep, these people are going to disseminate information. And with this, you guys are level 2 right now?
That is correct.
Congratulations, you are now all level 3.
Wahoo!
Swag.
Cool. Let me
So-
level 3 tech powers.
That's it for today. Is there anything you guys would like to do or say before I draw the session to a close?
How many jars of Leithan, pickled, pickled Leithan geek fruit can I find?
As many as you want? I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
this is Tavro Station, so.
I will
Sure,
get the
I'll
greatest
get me fucking
behind.
5 jars of this.
Sounds good.
I will get the greatest behind in all of the universe.
Okay. Well,
Hell yeah.
Booty, 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 everywhere, everywhere.
that's it for me.
Alright, well, YouTube, Twitch, thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow with Borks, and then later on that day will be Session 0 of a new game, a dark game, one full of heresy.
Ooh.
So we'll see you then.
Suffer not the mutant, the heretic, nor the unclean.
Peace.